Okay, starting another video series. Haven't been on YouTube doing this in a long time. Last videos I was making was mainly about fasting and diet. Today, this is February, the end of February in 2014, and I've started several things simultaneously. I find out through having some difficulties with nerve damage and back trouble and arm pain and various pains and stuff that a car accident I was in over 10 years ago left me with a misadjusted C1, my atlas bone in my neck, which was pushed forward and skewed up to the right, which over the last decade or so I haven't really noticed much in the way of negative effects, although in this last year it seems to have crossed some sort of threshold of deterioration to where the area around it, whenever it gets inflamed, has started creating nerve damage, pinching nerves that's been messing up my left arm and causing all sorts of problems. And it's happened a couple times over the last year, and I figure things are getting to the point where unless I do something about it, it's crossing over into chronic problem territory. I went to a chiropractor here in town a few months ago, Hoyser Chiropractor. Was not very happy with the service that I received there. It seems that they're more of a burn and turn sort of chiropractor, and they were just using universal movements on me, which definitely didn't correct my specific situation with my neck. Only aggravated it at times, actually. But I did learn a lot of interesting stuff when I had the x-rays taken over there. The other day, my company was at an expo show, and next door, the next booth over to ours, was a chiropractor named Scott Gam, who runs Balance Wellness Center in Colorado Springs, who is a NUCCA chiropractor, and they specialize in upper cervical spine stuff and a particular type of, I guess, low impact sort of adjustment that's more efficient. Just had my first adjustment today, and I think I'd like to kind of make a video record of any biofeedback that I'm feeling. So obviously with my first adjustment of actually adjusting that C1, which it hasn't actually been adjusted before, like by the previous chiropractor or anything, the difference has been so subtle today, I don't know really if I'm feeling much difference. But I think I will document this by video so that I could tell, looking back, like a journal. Also to talk about my diet, because I did those fasts and everything in the last couple of years, and I've played around with Atkins Induction and stuff, but my life changed. I got a girlfriend, moved in together, we have a family, new house and all that stuff, and I just haven't been very consistent on my own diet practices. Although I have been eating a lot better, getting really well cooked meals, that are pretty healthy and pretty consistent with Atkins or paleo diet, I guess I should say. Mostly raw vegetables and various meats cooked together and cutting out a lot of carbs. Of course, I've had my share of binge times where I've been eating too much pizza and too much sweets and stuff like that. So my current weight is somewhere in the vicinity of 248. With the oncoming chiropractic care and just reevaluating a lot of things in my life, even though life is good, business is good, my home life and family life and all that is great, I've still been unhappy in some ways because I haven't been acting to my full potential. I haven't been being good to myself in the way of taking control of my life and displaying the self-discipline required to get my life under control, to treat myself right. So since I've started this NUCCA chiropractic care, I figure I'm going to go ahead and start over a new leaf with diet and everything as well. So I started an induction yesterday, and hopefully by the end of the day today, I will be testing positive for ketosis. My goal is to get it to ketosis. I'm tired of being inconsistent. And obviously, I'm 34 years old. I have to make a change in order to. I have to make a change in order to keep from having my life and my longevity affected in a negative way. So it's a good time now to start that. So coupled with chiropractic care that I'll be documenting, you know, I'm also doing the paleo diet, the induction, I mean not the paleo diet, the Atkins diet, the induction version of that, as well as starting to exercise again, which mainly I'm doing that at home instead of in a gym. Along with the beginning of the year where we're kicking off a new successful year in the business. So if you watch this sort of thing and you're interested in following my my not very significant musings on YouTube, stay tuned and we'll have some more videos as the adjustments continue, as the diet progresses. Quick update later on in the day. I gotta say, I was being very sensitive to try to see if I could actually feel any difference after the adjustment this morning, which at first it was kind of hard to feel that. But I can say that I am feeling a little more free as far as the range of motion. My neck is not as tight as it normally is. Normally when I turn my neck, when I pivot my head and stuff, it kind of feels like it's grinding a little bit. I can kind of hear, you know, movement noise inside my head when I move that stuff around or when I go from side to side. Right now I am feeling better than normal, I think, unless I'm just imagining it. It seems that it did kind of free up my range of motion or maybe ease some pain or some tension to some degree. So, okay, that's it for the update. Should be interesting to see how this continues.